Boy, we are live. We are live, and I have not been live this much in a long time. Woo! Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, come on in, boy. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, y'all. You know what it is. Let me know what city, what state, what country you are checking in from. Come on in. Come on in. Have a few things to go over. Will not be long. Will not be long. Do me a favor and send this live to at least 10 people. Send this live to at least 10 people if you don't mind. Boy, boy, boy. Okay, so number of things we're going to be going over. All right, but very quickly. Woo! Everybody okay? Everybody all right? You all right? Let me know how you're doing really quick before we get into this here. This is about to be very interesting. Man. Tariffs have been an issue. How many of you have already placed your Chinese orders for for different products? How many of you are all of a sudden now going to order from China? How many of you are doing that? I know it's happening. You might as well come out and say it. One day you was like, man, China is terrible, man. This stuff is cheap and blah, blah, blah. Now you're like, wait a minute, I can get an iPhone for $200, $250 for an iPhone 16. I think I might want to do that. What's his WhatsApp number again? What's the email? What's the website? Yeah, I know. It's very interesting. Okay, come on in, y'all. Come on in. First thing, really quick. May 2nd, May 3rd. I'm going to tell you right now, with some of the people who I've been contacted by, we will be confirming an artist who is going to be performing. So I'm not going to tell you who the artist is. We have about 3 different performances. We have roughly 8 presenters and some other things as well. But this is interesting. No, I'm not single. I'm married. And it feels good to say. I'm off the market, ladies. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep them to yourself. No, really though. Like really, but I know y'all respectful, so I don't have to worry about that because you're very respectful. But to the one who just asked me, you definitely keep your damn hands to yourself. All right, so now, no problem. It's all fun and games. It's all good. It's all nice. Don't trip. Your brother's. I'm very jubilant. I'm happy, so you ain't got to worry about it. Plus, I'm kind of big, so I don't think you're going to run up and try that anyway. So it's all good. For those of you ordering from China, you're like, bro, I didn't expect Brother Rizza to respond like that. For those of you ordering from China, number one, I caution you to realize a number of things. Number one, the trade war is still on. Number two, where you order from may be affected. Okay. Number 3, I'm going to bring your mind and shift to a more serious destination. I'm going to give you 2 book references for you to look at. Technically 3, but I'm not going to go into that topic all the way, but I will give you 2. Well, I'll give you 3 because these 2 go with one another. All right. And damn, boy, there's about 8 more books that I have here that apply, but I'm just going to show you these 3 so I don't overwhelm you. The first book here that I have to point out because they even have China on the cover because they knew what was going to happen. And this is the 3rd edition by John Perkins. This book, how many of you know what I'm going to say? How many of you know what book it is? I'll give you 5 seconds. How many of you know what book it is? Oh, there we go. My sister has jumped in the building. There she is. Peace. Okay, I'm going to bring in a special guest in just a moment here. All right, 5. You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The book is Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Somebody brought up Fall of America. I wasn't necessarily going to bring that one up, but it does apply, obviously. So, The Fall of America by Elijah Muhammad. You need to get that. That's just period. You need to get that. Confessions of an Economic Hitman. I want you to look at this cover. They have China and America. Out of all the nations, these two nations on the cover. Economists knew, agents knew, and of course people understand history and global politics, etc., etc. The two top on the planet, you understand. I'm bringing this up for a reason. Next to this, I'm going to show you another book reference that is one of the heaviest that you'll hear about. It's a modern form of assassination lists and what the government does, but specifically from the perspective of Mossad. So instead of the CIA, we are talking about Mossad. Mossad is the Israeli organized hit team. Mossad. This book is titled Rise and Kill First: The Secret History of Israel's Targeted Assassinations. If you have not read this, I'm going to tell you right now, be ready. Just be ready. The CIA's assassination list is long, but Mossad's is long as well. I'm bringing these up because tariff wars, trade wars between nations sometimes end with leaders of certain nations coming up missing and all of a sudden popping up gone. So I only bring this up to you as a reference of history so you can understand what is a possibility to happen in the future. These two books, please get them, please study them. They are not the only ones, but these books have more than enough knowledge to get you started. One more honorable mention. I'm going to bring in my sister right now, who is going to be one of the presenters at the event on May 3rd. I cannot wait for you to see who this is. Get this book real quick. This book also goes with this book, but then again, both of these also go with this one, and they also go with this one, and this one. None dare call it conspiracy. Get that. Sis, I'm about to bring you in right now. None dare call it conspiracy. Get that, please. It's a short read, heavily packed full of information. The Fall of America, Elijah Muhammad. Get it from finalcall.store or noi.org, finalcall.store. Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Get that? I know it's upside down or inverted. The Palestine Laboratory. This is the book of secret experiments that were conducted on Palestinians by the Israeli government, and then they taught other nations how to do what they have been doing to Palestinians. Very sick, but very real. Get this, Palestine Laboratory. And the last one, of course, Rise and Kill First. All right. Wasn't planning on going over all that, but I just had to. It was on my mind, on my spirit. I had to give that to you real quick. Now, let me bring in my sister here. For those of you who are going to be at the event, both of them, May 2nd and May 3rd, click the link in the bio. Free event in Compton, California. Pull up. I'm going to tell you that right now. The website again for the book, for the Fall of America and many others, is finalcall.store, finalcall.store, or noi.org. All right. Where's my sister? Let me bring her in right now. There she is. So May 3rd, everybody, the attack on the reproductive system, our reproductive health system, is going to be a major event. And this is one of the presenters. Literally, all over the world. And she is going to be presenting her information at this event. And we cannot wait to hear what she has to bring for us. This is our sister, Arisha.
How y'all doing? Looking for one of these good old filters. I want to look real exotic. How you doing, brother?
How are you?
I'm doing well. Just put the kids in the bed, and I came outside. Let me see if I can get a little peace and quiet. For 15 minutes. But shout out to the family in the building. I've been here the whole live, but I think you didn't see me. I said, let me send a request.
Yes.
So you can see me. So excited to be here with you, and I can't wait to see you guys. Please hit the link. What's up? Hey, Camera.
That's right. Oh, they in here tonight. They looking.
Goddess, SV. I haven't been live in so long, like literally months and months and months.
You can't people of your presence like that. You can't.
Hi, Simply Tay. But guys, please go to the link in Rizza's bio and make sure you guys come to this event. It's free. Is it free?
Absolutely.
It's free.
Both.
And I'll be presenting in Compton May 2nd. Right? I'm saying the right date.
May 3rd for yours.
May 3rd. Right? So you guys make sure you come May 3rd. If you're in Compton, if you can get in that area, we have a phenomenal presentation. I'm going to get on y'all butts about that chicken, pork. Okay, I've been real, keeping it low key on Instagram, family oriented. But when you see me in person, you see Brother Rizza in person, we're going to go up.
All of it, all the smoke. And she is like this, y'all. This is her 3rd event with your brother. And I got to tell you, she pulled up to Atlanta, did her thing. She pulled up to Atlanta in the middle of having other obligations, and she came out for the people in ATL, right? She did that. Then she pulled up in Miami and pulled up with a whole presentation in Miami and had the people was eating the chicken that was sitting right over there on the table, and she got on the she was like, hey,
listen, when people see me, they be like, I'm so sorry I'm eating this. You ain't sorry. Right. You was gonna eat that whether I was here or not. And trust me, I don't judge. I do not judge. Not judge.
That's right.
Hey sis, Kayla.
Kayla's in the building. Oh, look, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So, sis, just real quick, I want you to tell us, right? Why is what we eat important for our reproductive system? Why?
That's a great question. Right now, I do a lot of one-on-ones with clients, and about 80 to 85% of the women that I talk to are dealing with some type of reproductive issue, whether it's heavy periods, cysts, fibroids, cervical cancer, you name it. They're dealing with these ailments. And what a lot of people have to realize, it's not even just what we physically eat, but it's also what our skin eats, right? The things that we put on our face, the things that we put on our body that act as hormonal disruptors. So a lot of women have inconsistency when it comes to hormones, right? So you have high estrogen. A lot of people don't know I don't eat on anything plastic spoons, plastic forks, the convenience. Also takeout cups and takeout plates made from plastic, made from different types of foams, right? These things have PFAs, other harmful chemicals in them that leach into our food. Once the hot food hits that plate, right, it leaches into the food and it gets ingested in our body, and they stay in our body forever. Right? Even if you avoid some of these things 9 times out of 10, because of our culture, you do have some of these toxic chemicals lodged in your reproductive system. And what they can cause is high estrogen, because they mimic estrogen in the body, right? So they cause you to have your body to feel like you're consuming excess estrogen. Right? And when you have excess estrogen in the body, you will start to develop fibroids. You will develop breast cancer and tumors. If you look in your eyes right now, right? One of the things I do is sclerology. And sclerology is an ancient practice where you can determine, right, what the body is trying to communicate just by looking at your eyes. And the white parts of the eyes is what I do. I do sclerology readings. And if you see little gray dots in your eyes, that's a sign of tumor growth, right? A mammogram won't pick it up probably for another 10 years, right? But if you see those little gray dots in your eyes, that's a sign of tumor growth, right? The DNA is becoming damaged by using microwaves, by using convenience in terms of plastic forks, water bottles that are plastic. I do recommend we start moving away from those things, even if you're not vegan. Right? Even if you're not vegan, you can make alterations in your life. Use glass jugs. Use stainless steel pots, even if you can't afford the cast iron, right? Use stainless steel pots. And I see so many people talking about it now, and I'm so grateful, because we were talking about this 10 years ago, 7 years ago. And I was just scrolling on Instagram, and they were talking about, there was an ad for plastic cutting boards and plastic plates. And they were like, hey, if you've used this in the last 10 years, you may be able to get a settlement. And I'm like, we were trying to warn the people
Yes.
100 years ago, right? But it's amazing to see so many people are becoming more aware. I go in the grocery store nowadays and I hear people saying, let me scan this and let me see what's actually in my food.
Yeah.
So I know that the work that we are doing, although we might not get the recognition we supposed to have, but us being the ground runners and us being the people that's pushing the culture forward to enlighten our community, it is working. So you need to be your butt May 3rd in California, in Compton, and come to this event. It's absolutely free. You have nothing to lose but your legacy. If you don't make it there, you're going to miss out on information that we can't really spread online. Rizza has lost 7 or 8 pages trying to wake us up, right?
That is a fact.
So this is information that is going to not only be for yourself, but also going to change the lives of your children directly and indirectly. Because as you start to change, they're going to watch you, right? I tell my children every day, I have 5 children for those who don't know. I tell them every day, you're not supposed to be like me. You're supposed to be what? Better than me. Right? So the way that we can really start to see change and energy shifts within the system is us teaching our children, right? So when it comes to reproductive health, there is and has always been a war on the womb.
Come on.
Right? There's always been a war on the womb, because when we look at the products, when we look at what the FDA, USDA allow into our food, over 3,000 non-food chemicals are allowed into your food. Over 3,000 non-food chemicals are allowed into your food, right? When we look at the systematic origins of these health issues, it becomes a no-brainer that keeping people sick is a business. And we, I think, collectively know here and kind of figured that part out, but we haven't collectively moved ourselves toward wellness. There's no such thing as being a little bit healthy or a little bit sick. You can't be a little bit pregnant, right? So it's either you're moving towards wellness or not, okay? It's either you're moving towards wellness or you're not. And so many people come to me at end stage diseases, and a lot of them we are able to remedy. You know, I have the Surviving Vegan Academy where I've trained over 2,000 people, and I'm getting ready to reopen that up because I believe that's where people in my community get the most transformation. And we've had people that have remedied things that doctors told them they had no luck with, from breast cancer to heart failure to kidney disease. I've had a student that's taken her mother who was on dialysis, she was able to repair her mother and get her off of dialysis, right? This can be the story for us. This can be the story for women who are dealing with infertility, who are using tampons and pads that are literally soaked in chemical bombs. That's what I call it. It's like a chemical bond, and you wear it faithfully.
Not even knowing.
12 times a year, right? We're wearing it 12 times a year, starting as early as the age of 10, 11 years old. Right? We're inserting chemical bombs into our womb that attach to our reproductive system, that is able to travel intracellularly throughout our body, right? And cause metabolic diseases like leaky gut.
Yes.
Right? Your body is interconnected. When you were in your mother's womb, you were one cell, you were one mass, right? You were one embryo. Everything is interconnected, right? So if we damage one part of our body, it does travel to other parts. That's why they say the cancer traveled or spread. What they're actually telling you is that that tissue is interrelated with other parts of the body. So the tissue that makes up the colon can also make up the forehead, right? It's just folded different ways, right? So when we talk about our womb wellness, being at this event on May 3rd, I believe is going to shift the paradigm for so many families. I believe that families 100 years from now will have an origin of health starting with this event. Right? If you don't know which way to go, if you feel unsupported, if you feel like you need a community of people that's actually for the greatness and the good of us all, you need to be at this event May 3rd. Right? We know we'll spend the money on the things that we need to spend it on. We'll spend the money on things that we shouldn't spend it on. Invest in yourself. Everybody put that in the chat. Put invest. I'm investing in myself. Drop that in the chat. Light that up. And I'm investing in myself. Because as the brother said, there's so much going on in this world. All we have is each other at this point.
Come on, sis. Look.
All we have is each other.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, mind you, y'all hear her talking, you feeling what she's saying. But when she puts those images up on that PowerPoint like she did in Atlanta and like she did in Miami, you're gonna feel her even more, because this is not a person who just talks. This is one of those who does the work and who truly cares about the upliftment of the people. I told y'all the assortment of presenters that I have gathered and brought together. These are some of the most powerful people based on integrity, experience, and who have not sold us out. That's the biggest thing to highlight for all of you who have not sold us out. And really, you haven't sold yourself out once you became aware. Okay, that is the biggest thing. So these are people that all of you can trust, is what I'm saying. These are the ones you can trust. So I'm going to say this real quick, because a few people brought up a couple things. Number one, peace pads will be there. So for the ladies who use peace pads, let them know. I see some of y'all right now saying, I use peace pads. I have not had no problems ever since. That is because what our sister just said to you, they just published the study. They just published the first one where they put up the top 16 brands, tampons and pads, and shown to have over 60 chemicals in the pads. And during your cycle, that is the most absorbent period of time, no pun intended. That is the most absorbent time of your cycle. And when you put something that has all those chemicals in that part of your body, it doesn't just go one way, meaning exiting or out of the body. It is switching and going into your body. So in and out. So the chemicals that you are wearing are being absorbed into your body through your sanitary napkins or your pads. And that is one of the only areas that most women have never looked at. And they knew that. That's why it's not regulated. It's just like that system isn't regulated, meaning they can put whatever they want in your pads, in your tampons. And most women have never known that. So when I heard about that, sis, I said, well, wait a minute. If I'm going to be talking about the exposing of the attack on the reproductive system or a reproductive health system, I have to look at how our health system is being attacked, men and women. We know about the nutritional side, hence intellectual power. It's not just a brain supplement. It's doing a whole lot more than just helping with this. Trust and believe. That is the main one first. And then for the women, your womb is being attacked. And if your womb is attacked, there is no us. So you have to put the proper things near your womb. That's why we came out with that. Solutions is my point. Solutions. So we're not just going to be presenting problems. We are presenting solutions after each presentation as well. So sis, again, I thank you for taking out your time. I'm going to let you have the last word here, because we can go all night with this. You know, I already know we can.
And this is literally a drop in the bucket. I'm not going too in depth. I see the questions because I want y'all to be there May 3rd. Okay, I do want you guys to be there May 3rd. And I will give you guys a list of all of the chemicals. We can go down and we can talk about how the chemicals are used, seeming like for good, for, as you were saying, for absorbency, to keep you leak free, to keep you feeling dry. But these chemicals are made from crude oil. They're made from petroleum, right? They're made from waste. Okay, they're made from waste products. Okay, same thing as somebody mentioned in the comment. Yes, it's the same thing for the diapers as well, right? So our children are getting accustomed to hormonal disruption right after they come out of the womb. Right after they come out of the room. So when we look at our children developing at earlier ages, yes, a part of it is the things that we put in our body, but more of it is coming from the things we put on our body as well. So we have to understand that we are stacking chemicals every day, right? If you're wearing the pad, you're wearing a tampon, then you're putting on makeup, right? Then you're using the plastic forks and the plastic cups, the plastic water bottles, then you're using the aluminum deodorant, right? And then you're using Vaseline on your face, right? All of these things are causing a chemical warfare being stacked and disguised as healthcare, as hygiene, when in fact it's rotting us from the inside
Come
out.
on.
It really is. Because I've seen the pictures of destroyed uteruses. I've seen the pictures of destroyed ovaries. I've seen the pictures of destroyed kidneys. And we have to understand the things that we're using today, we just started using them within maybe the last 80 years.
Yeah.
So on the genetic part of it, right, intracellularly, our body doesn't have, evolution wise, the defense built into our bodies, right? So maybe 500 years from now, PFAs and our body would have been able to create certain systems based on our immunity to help us fight these things. But today, no.
Right.
We haven't evolved to consume this much waste as we consume in 2025 by the things we put on our skin, in our bodies, in our bodies, in our bodies, in our bodies. I'm going to talk about when we do the presentation, I'm going to dive a little deeper. I didn't do this in Miami, and show you guys how the top 3 food processors of the world, essentially mostly United States, England, Canada, how they are not as regulated as you would think. Right? When we look at all these outbreaks of listeria, all these outbreaks of salmonella, and then, you know, the physician committee found feces in 80% of the meat that we consume. Well, I don't consume it, but that people be consuming 80% of the meat that is consumed. Right? And you will be shocked to know that there's not much that happens in between slaughter, processing, and grocery store. There's not a lot of regulation there, as you would probably think.
Don't give it to them. Don't even look. Don't even go into it, because it's never ended.
It is never ended. But I appreciate you so much. And again, guys, please click the link in the bio. If you're in a Compton surrounding areas, don't only just bring yourself, bring 2 other people with you. Bring the children with you. Right? Bring your grandma. Make it a family event. We can get together for Christmas, Thanksgiving, holidays, bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras. We can get together for a sweet 16s, birthday, graduation. Let's bring the community together and make wellness a real event. Put on your Sunday's best if you got to. You gonna have a red carpet this time?
I think we're gonna have a black carpet. I'm gonna see.
Have a black carpet. So put on your Sunday's best, okay? Yes. Shout out to the Pisces in the building. Yes, Pisces gang.
A lot of them in there. You already know we in there all day. And I think, we have a lot of people tuning in from all over the world. So shout out to the family all over the world. I think one of the free thinkers that I have in there, that's my private group that I have, Sarah. She is actually, they have her in a award. And she is one of those fighting in Australia who's been exposing the things they've been doing, from shots to you name it. So we have a lot of people out here really fighting. So shout out to you, make it out safe and keep being strong. And shout out to all of those who are in the good fight of really exposing the, I would say, corruption and criminality all across this planet. Just maintain, be strong and maintain. So I think that is it, y'all. I think, let me see. She said, I wish I could come to Compton. I know, y'all. So we're going to take it on tour more than likely and hit a few other cities. This will be, I think, the 3rd. It's technically the 2nd. But we're going to see what other cities, and I'm going to see, the presenters, if they are all for it, we'll just keep it going, because our people need to hear this, and everybody needs to hear this. So, sis, we appreciate you again.
Thank you.
For not giving up, for maintaining, how you maintain your lane in this mission. Truly, I personally am saying I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And the people should definitely appreciate you as well. Her hair looked phenomenal, y'all. Y'all see that? Sis did her thing. There you go. Look,
actually, shout out to what's the name of the brand? Oh, how can I forget the name of the Rebundle? This hair is made out of banana fibers.
All right.
Banana fibers.
Okay.
Shout out to Rebundle. Shout out to Rebundle. You can check them out on Instagram. It's called Rebundle.
Banana fiber. All right, ladies. That we don't know. We heard everything from horse to plastic, banana. All right.
Fibers.
So that's
Yes.
some true vegan stuff right there.
Yes,
Okay.
and she's a black owned company. She is probably in her early 20s. I don't want to say because I don't know
Wow.
for sure, but I'm going to post her because I've been trying it out for like a month, and you could curl it. I have little plaits in the front too, but I ain't finished it yet. But I'm going to post her, and you guys will get to see more about that brand. But it blew me away as well.
Wow.
I'm like, this is from bananas.
Wow.
Bananas. Okay.
She just gained a whole lot of customers. I can tell you that right. She
Yes,
sure
yes,
did.
please talk. Tap in with her. She's an amazing woman, doing amazing things to help us move away from synthetic hair, and move away from the chemicals, because that's another whole topic. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
throw some of that into how that's, because many people are aware now. They're aware that relaxers. The things
Mm-hmm.
that we put in our hair, straighteners. So many people are now talking about synthetic hair and how
Yeah.
it affects our reproductive system. I remember I saw a testimony from a who was it? I can't remember exactly who it was. But they were talking about how they did a study and they visited morgues, and how black women, when they would peel their scalp back to take out the brain, how it would show a green film on their head.
Mm-hmm.
And they believe that that was from relaxers. People like Dr. Layla Africa tried to warn us way in the 70s and the
Yep.
80s, telling us about relaxers and the chemicals and how the blood-brain barriers cross when we put those things on our head,
Mm-hmm.
and how it not only burns our scalp but damages our DNA and leads to hormonal imbalances as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when I was like, hey, I know I love my hair wraps, and I also love my my little
Mm-hmm.
looks. So when I found this sister, Rebundle is the name of the brand again, and she told me it's made out of banana fibers, I didn't believe her. It feels like it's made out of banana fibers. I don't want to mislead y'all. It ain't the Remy Yaki. I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't the Remy Yaki bundles. It feels like it's made out of banana fibers, okay? But it has a good look, okay? It has a good look.
Wow, that's beautiful. Well, see, sisters, y'all have a solution. That's the point right there. You have a solution. It looks good, it's natural, and it's not going to damage you with those chemicals, because that is absolutely another layer on that topic that we have to go over. And that's dealing with the endocrine disruption, right? A
Mm-hmm.
hormone and endocrine system disruption. So, look, we're not going to go into the whole presentation tonight. We'll do that. But I want you all
Yes.
to click the link in my bio. That's for May 3rd, Saturday, May 3rd. Our sister will be presenting. The night before is when we have 4 specific people, 2 scientists, 2 physicians. That is where you will be able to ask scientists questions about the shots, about all of the viruses, federal government things, because one of the scientists worked directly under Anthony Fauci. So this is where you will be able to question the scientists right in their face, and they will tell you the truth right there, probably for the first time in your whole life. So that's going to be big. That we can't stream at all, but if you can make it, you should. That is Friday night, May 2nd. The next day with our sister Orisha is Saturday, May 3rd, and both links are in the bio. Last thing, and I want to let you know this as well, sis, for anyone who would like to be a sponsor of the event or a vendor at the event,
Mm-hmm.
click the link in the bio for that as well. We have a very limited number of spaces. The first 5 or 7 were for Black-owned businesses in Compton. They already took
Oh
those.
wow.
So now,
Okay,
everybody,
I can't wait.
yeah, Compton, they pulled up quick for that. So now it's open to everybody else, South Central, LA, Watts, you name it. So make sure y'all pull up. All the links are in the bio. Sis, we appreciate you
Thank you.
again.
Thank
We're
you. I
going to
appreciate
see
being here.
you.
Click the link in the bio. Link
Yeah,
in bio. Like, type that in the chat. Link in bio so everybody
we
knows.
see it right there.
Link in
The link
bio.
in
Link in
the
bio. And it's absolutely complimentary, guys. So if you can invest in yourself, please do it. I will make sure personally that it's worth it. From my presentation, all of the other speakers are phenomenal people.
Yes.
You will have a notebook full of notes. So
Mm-hmm.
please, you all, thank you. It's so much, Rizza, for having me. I appreciate you. You've been supporting me for a long time. Anything you need, I always told you I'm going to be there for you any way I can. So thank you so much. I
Yeah,
appreciate you all.
I appreciate you again, sis. We're going to see you in the hood.
I love the hood. I love the hood. Okay? I
We at?
love the hood.
All
All
right.
right. Good night, everybody. Link in bio. Join the event. See y'all
That-
soon.
That's right. Peace. Peace. Okay, y'all. So that is our sister surviving vegan, also known as Arisha Oshun. Man, I really hope those of you who can make it do make it. We have people flying in from all over the world, not just the state, not just the country, literally people flying in from outside of the country to be at this event. I believe we have some people flying in from the United Kingdom. We have some people flying in from the Caribbean. We have some people flying down or flying, yeah, down from Canada and different parts of the world. Yes, there will be a limited supply of peace pads in person, so you will not have to wait for the mail. It will be there in person. Peacepads.net, there will be a limited supply of peace pads there. Also, we will have a limited supply of intellectual power on deck in person. Also, and this is the one thing I got to end with right here. We have two new solutions that we are launching exclusively at the event May 3rd in Compton. We will not be releasing that publicly for at least 2 weeks after. But in Compton, in person, we have two new solutions handling two different areas that we are releasing exclusively at the event in Compton. If you want to be the first to be able to get those, be at the event. The link is in the bio. Get your seat, RSVP. We are almost full for May 2nd already. That's what the scientists. May 3rd, we have a few more. We expect there to be roughly upwards of 1,000 people at the event on May 3rd. Click the link in the bio. Let everybody you know in this area know about the event. I will see y'all there. Peace, peace, peace.